get started, I would love it if everybody would put in the chat, if you're comfortable, where you're from. We always love seeing so many people coming from all the different corners of our region. So please put in the chat if you're from Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. If you want to put your county or city, you can do that as well. Couple of housekeeping items. We already talked about a couple of them, but we also want to make sure that everybody is comfortable with the technology that we're using, because not everybody has been on Zoom all day, every day, like some of us have. So we want to make sure you're comfy. So first of all, make sure you take a look at, if you're on your laptop or computer, this is what your controls are going to look like. Please make sure that you always see this red line and you're muted. The video is up to you. We want you to be comfortable. You can have your video on, you can have it off, whichever is most comfortable for you. If you happen to be on your phone, your meeting controls are going to look a little bit different. You're going to make sure you have a red line right here over the microphone. You have some different kinds of settings on your phone. The other thing that we really want to emphasize today if you're on your phone, if you're listed as a phone number, we don't know who you are. And because today we have special prizes and all that kind of thing to send out after the fact, we really want to make sure that we document who attends. So if you're in by your phone number, you can either try to change it and put your name in if you want. If you're not able to do that on your phone, that's okay. Just send us an email. You can send it to me directly and say, hey, I was in, here's my phone number. And that way we make sure we give you credit and we send you the goodies at the end of the meeting. All right. So first up, we're going to hear from Molly Mendelson. She's going to talk about all things social media. As you know, we've been really talking about social media for the last few months, and we've had some amazing results from it, and we want to keep up that really good work. So I'm going to kick it over to Molly now.
Great. Thanks, Colleen. So hi, everyone. As Colleen was saying, I'm going to talk a bit about social media. It's a great element to utilize year-round, but especially with Donate Life Month in April. Obviously, with the way of the world, a lot of in-person events are not going to be happening, but you can still raise awareness virtually from the comfort of your own home through social media. So, Donate Life America is taking this online approach, and we'll be joining them with that. And so we're going to get into some ways that you can participate digitally. Colleen, can I get the next slide, please? Awesome. Thank you.
There we go.
Awesome. There we go. So some different ways to get involved. The first one is share your story. Each of you have your own unique connection to donation and transplantation, and sharing that will resonate with others, maybe make them think about it in a different way, and ultimately can encourage them to sign up as an organ and tissue donor. So sharing your story and using the hashtag NDLM2021 is a great way to connect with others in that way. Sharing different social media posts from Gift of Life. We're going to be putting out pieces throughout the month. So that's a great way to just share that, get the message out without even having to really craft your own pieces, your own content. We welcome taking our content. Adding a Donate Life Month Facebook frame to your profile picture. It's super easy through Facebook. We have the whole setup on our website, which we'll get to in a second. You just basically click a button and you can have this beautiful Donate Life Month frame on your Facebook profile picture. And then every single time that people look at your profile, they already are hearing about Donate Life Month and seeing that graphic. Put out your Gift of Life lawn sign and post a picture with that. A lot of you probably already have our beautiful Gift of Life lawn signs. If you don't, they're easy to get. And so even just putting that out in your front lawn and then taking a picture, that's a great way to be raising awareness on social media and in your neighborhood. Organ donation is such a community of neighbor helping neighbor. So even just having that so that when people drive by, they know that you are a supporter of organ donation. That's a great way to encourage them to learn more about it. And then we have our Dash from Home, which Kelly's going to be talking about in a little bit. So I won't get too much into that, but you can participate in our Dash from Home, post about what you're doing this year, or post any type of Dash memory. If you've participated in the Donor Dash in the past, we would love to see an old photo and you talk about past Dashes, this year's Dash. That's a great way to be able to raise awareness for organ donation in general and this great event that we have every year. And then the final one that we have on here is participating in Blue and Green Day. Some of you may know about Blue and Green Day, some of you may not. It's on April 16th, and it is through Donate Life America. Everyone is encouraged to wear blue and green, post a picture in your blue and green outfit, and share your story and your connection to organ and tissue donation. Donate Life America has a contest that they do for it every year, so you can participate in that, post pictures. We love to share them on our pages. So definitely a really great, fun day to be able to connect with everyone in the community. So for all of that information, because I know I just threw a lot at you, all of that information and some more ways that you can get involved, we have everything in a one-stop shop on our website at donorsone.org/NDLM. So that has all of that information. And then if you have any other questions or anything, I'm sure we can answer some today, but also reach out via email. I can pass along my email to Colleen that she can send out to everyone as well.
Great. Thank you so much, Molly. So I'm up next, but before I start talking about sharing your story, I just want to emphasize that we will be highlighting a lot of those items that Molly talked about in our Friday weekly email. So if you're not getting that Friday weekly email, make sure you let me know so I can toggle the right thing on your application. But also, of course, visit our website, look out for your weekly email, and jump in on all of the fun on social for promoting National Donate Life Month. All right, so now I'm going to talk about sharing your story. So you've heard us talk a lot about how, we love all of our volunteers and all of our ambassadors, no matter what their connection is, whether it's a very personal one or one of just strong advocacy, is so important. But really, the life-saving power of donation comes across from the personal testimonials that people give. So if you have a personal connection to donation and you would like to share your story to help educate different communities and in turn save lives, please let us know. We're always looking for new stories. And now more than ever, we really want to make sure that we highlight the diverse voices across the transplant community. It's really important that we provide a platform and a place for all of the diverse voices in our community to have a place to share their story. So if you would like more information about sharing your story, you can visit our website. We have a form that is ready to go. It's very easy to fill out, kind of with some basics that you can put in there, and then we'll follow up with you once you submit that story form. But if you'd like a little bit more information before filling out that form, you can always contact Kim Kerr. She's on our communications team, and she would be happy to chat with you about any of the questions you have about sharing your story. One thing to keep in mind, some people are a little hesitant. They don't really know the scope of how their story would be shared. And we want to make sure that you understand that we will only share your story in ways that you're comfortable. So if you're only comfortable sharing it on social media, that's fine. If you don't want it to be on social media, but you're okay with it being on the radio or in the newspaper, whatever your comfort level is, we will work with you on that. And then, of course, we have our hashtag for National Donate Life Month. So make sure you use that and share your story yourself without even going through us. We would love to have you take that initiative. And if you do, also tag us so we know about it and we can reshare it on our own pages. Now I'm going to turn it over to Dwendy Johnson. She's going to talk a little bit about government outreach. And this is a topic that sometimes people are a little nervous about. They're not really sure what's involved, but Dwendy is a great supporter for this. And if you have any questions, even after her presentation, please don't hesitate to reach out to either one of us. Dwendy?
Thank you so much, Colleen. I just put in the note that those that wanted yard signs, feel free to email me what you want, and we'll be happy to get those out to you. But I will shift hats to proclamations and resolutions. And don't be afraid. I was afraid at first, but not anymore. It's very simple and easy. And one of the things I just want to share with you is what's the reason? Why do we do this?
Wait.
You know, it really brings the whole message
Okay.
to people in legislation, because if they don't know about our issue, they won't support us. So this is a great way. And many of you that are from Pennsylvania or New Jersey or Delaware, you may have heard in the past when we passed our bills in the various states, a lot of times our legislators, our senators and our representatives, or even our congressmen and our mayors don't even know who Gift of Life is. So this is a great way to educate them. You can actually inspire them through these resolutions and proclamations, so that when bills and things come up that pertain to transplant or organ donation, they will remember. They will remember maybe speaking to you. They may remember that something happened in their own life that may inspire them to come forward and be a part and be an advocate for us. So it's very important that we need to keep them engaged as well. So next slide, please. So with proclamations and resolutions, I do have, we do at Gift of Life actually have a template so that you don't need to write anything. All you need to do is just send a message or an email to your representative or your senator or your congressman, commissioners, mayors, and just say, you know, April is Donate Life Month and I'm a constituent of yours, and here's a little bit about my story and why it's important to you. The other thing that's very easy is ask them to wear blue and green on Blue and Green Day. That can be very simple. We do know already that we have a state senator in Pennsylvania that will actually issue a resolution on the floor of the Senate. She has confirmed that. So, and then one of the other things is we can also send along information to them that they can post on their websites as well as their social media. So we'll be doing lots of tagging and supporting. So if you are a friend of them and whatever Molly and the communications crew sends out in their social, just share it with them. The other thing is an opportunity to actually fly a Donate Life flag. Many of the centers may have a flag that's out front of their office, and we can actually provide that. So if you're unsure of any type of ideas or suggestions that you may have, feel free, you can reach out to me and we can talk through it.
Thanks so much, Wendy. All right, now we're going to hear from Kelly Anzac. She's going to give us all the skinny on everything Dash for this unusual but really exciting time. So Kelly, take it away.
Great. Thanks, guys. And thank you so much for just letting me talk to you and be a part of your Lunch and Learn. I'm really excited to share a lot of the upcoming events and exciting programs that we have coming up, specifically the Gift of Life Dash from Home. So as everybody knows, the Dash last year in 2020 was set to be our 25th anniversary, and we were very excited. And due to the pandemic, we had to postpone the event, but we wanted to celebrate on the day that would have been the Dash. So we kind of coined the term Dash from Home. And on what would have been the day of the Dash, we did Dash from Home, where we encouraged people to just go outside and walk and celebrate while keeping social distance and just recognize what would have been the 25th anniversary, and kind of just celebrate and be with their friends and family. And it went over so well that we decided to do it again this year. So in 2021, we're calling it the Gift of Life Dash from Home. And it's going to be a 9-day virtual event during Donate Life Month. It's going to be April 10th through April 18th. You can run or walk in your favorite place. You could do it in your own backyard. And we're also going to have a spirit week of fun activities and contests that we're going to talk about a little bit later in my presentation. And all of the proceeds support programs for donor and recipient families, and all of the information can be found on donor-org. Next. So to register for Dash from Home, here are the registration fees. It's $30 for a walker and $35 for a 5K or 10K runner. Kids under 13 is $15. These are the same exact prices as 2020. Registration includes a t-shirt and a printable bib, and you have to register before March 22nd in order to receive your shirt and bib before the event. Well, the bib is printable, you could just print it at home, but in order to get your shirt before the event, you have to register before March 22nd. Next. So if you registered for the 2020 dash, your registration has been carried over for the 2021 dash from home. So all of the prices stayed the same. All of your fundraising from 2020 was carried over to the 2021 dash from home. And if you purchased any donor dash gear in 2020, that will be sent to you before the 2021 event. There's also opportunity to buy dash from home gear if you're interested. If you registered in 2020 but didn't purchase the gear, if you'd like to do that, you can email me or we'll send out the website where you can buy that gear. Next. So we're encouraging everybody who is on this call and all of our ambassadors to start a Dash from Home team. It'll help bring awareness to organ and tissue donations, celebrate the power of transplantation, life-saving power of transplantation, honor all of our donor families, and celebrate our generous community. It's one of the best things that you could do is to be a team captain, to get your friends and family involved with the Donor Dash and just really celebrate your connection to transplantation. Next. So to form a team, you can go to our Dash homepage and hit form a team. And you can use your team page to share your experience, personalize your page with photographs and stories. You could set your team fundraising goal and recruitment goal. You can use your personal fundraising page and Team Captain Central to send emails to your friends and family and let them know about your participation in the Dash. You can track your fundraising recruitment process. You could talk to your team members, and then you can also check on your team rankings and see how you're doing in comparison with other teams. Right on the homepage, you'll see our top 10 teams and our top 10 participants. So if you're one of those or near the top, you can kind of track where you're at, and there's an element of friendly competition there. Next. So one of the programs that we always do for our traditional Dash is our Dash from Home fundraising. So if you fundraise between $250 and $749, you'll get this Dash from Home canvas tote. And if you register over $750, you'll get this great Dash from Home top fundraiser sweatshirt. So this is a fundraising incentive program that we always have for our Dash that we continued on for the Dash from Home program. Next. And then, as I mentioned before, here's the Dash from Home gear. If you registered in 2020 and purchased the gear, you'll be receiving this gear. And then if you would like to purchase this, like I said, I'll send out the link where you could buy the gear, or you could shoot me an email and I can get that information out to you. But here's the gear that you could buy and the prices. Next. So something very new and exciting that we have this year is the Dash from Home Challenge. Since the Dash from Home is a virtual event, we really wanted to give everybody an opportunity to get together with their teams and celebrate, but something that they could do virtually and still come together. So we're calling it a challenge. So what you can do is you complete little tasks and you earn points for completing those tasks. And then each point gets you towards levels where you can win prizes. So this is an opportunity to spread awareness about Gift of Life during Donate Life Month, to participate in the Dash, and to participate in other programs that Gift of Life does, like the Wrapped in Hugs program, or the registering for a speaker to talk to your school or house of worship. Next. So the challenge is going to take place during now through April, and your scorecard is due on May 10th. So all of these challenges, you can start them now, and then we have it broken down by things that you could do during Spirit Week, and then things you could specifically do on Blue and Green Day, which I'll go into a little bit more detail next. So your scorecards are due on May 10th. So at the end of April, tally up your scores, and we will send out this scorecard, and it's a fillable PDF. So you could download it, and then all of the little blue squares, you could just put a little check mark in if you've completed that task, tally up your points at the bottom, send in your name and your email, and you can either email this form back to dash@donors1.org, or you can fill it out, save it, print it, and then mail it to me. And then once we get the scorecards, we'll tally up all the scores, and then we'll send out all of the prizes. Next. So these are the challenges that are available to do right now. You know, you can register for the Dash, you can print the Dash flyer and hang it in your window, you can complete the Donate Life Month activity book, you can recruit 5 new members to be on your Dash team, you can complete a wrap for the Wrapped in Hugs program. And every activity that you do, you can only do it once to earn the points, but you could do it multiple times. So you can only register for the dash once for 5 points, but you could do more than one wrap if you want to, but you'll only earn 20 points for completing the wrap. So these are challenges that you could do starting now and go through the end of April. And all of the information for these challenges will be available on the Dash Challenge website. Next. And then these are the specific challenges that are going to be encouraged to do during Spirit Week. So, post a photo in your past donor dash gear, make your Facebook profile picture, past dash photo. And then these specific events you could do on Blue and Green Day, dress in blue and gray, put your kids or your pets in blue and green, not gray, sorry. Bake something in blue and green. And we encourage you to take a picture, post and tag on social media, anything that you do during Blue and Green Day. And then you can tally up and earn the points. Next. So these are the fun prizes that you can win for taking part in the challenge. If you get 75 points, you'll get a set of Gift of Life shopper bags. 150 points will get you a Gift of Life tumbler, and 250 points will get you a beach towel. And they are cumulative. So if you earn 150 points, you'll get the tumbler and the shopper bags. So we encourage you to take part in the challenge and earn as many points as you can, because you'll get all of these great prizes, as well as helping to spread awareness about Donate Life Month and Gift of Life, and also having some fun. A lot of these challenges are helping to spread awareness about Gift of Life and the Dash, but some of them are just straight up fun, like the activity book, which I'm super excited about. It's going to be a lot of fun and just a cool activity that you could do with your friends and family and have a lot of fun. Next. So as always, we encourage all of our participants to recruit friends and family to take part in the challenge, have fun, be creative, but also please make sure to participate in these challenges while adhering to COVID-19 safety guidelines as outlined by the CDC and public health officials. And that is my update on the challenge. And thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Wow, a lot of really great information. Now, one thing to keep in mind, we will be sending out a follow-up email, and we're going to have all of the links that we've talked about. You're going to have a form where you fill out some information about your swag bag, and that's where you can request a yard sign. So you don't have to send a special email to Dwendy. We're going to have it in this follow-up email. But right now, we want to take a couple of minutes and see if there are any questions that anybody has specific to anything that we've talked about, or maybe something that you think we should have talked about and we didn't mention. We would love to hear it. So Ashley, do we have anything in the chat? Any questions that we can address before we move on?
So one of the questions that came in was, are they able to purchase the Donate Life flags for themselves?
I think that's a Dwendy question. Dwendy?
So Donate Life America has them. It's donatelife.net. You can go on there and you can purchase them through their store is how we get those.
Okay, great. Good to know. Thank you so much, Dwendy. I knew you would have the answer to that. Any
And
other
it looks as
questions?
if someone just put up the website.
Yes.
Oh, great. Teamwork. I love it. What other questions do we have floating around in the chat, Ashley?
The only other question that came in was about the website to purchase the Dash stuff, which Kelly mentioned she will be sending out.
Okay, great. And I want to circle back. I know we asked everybody to put in where they're from. We do have people from all 3 states, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, just want to make sure. I figured we would with the crowd this big. All right, we have a couple of things that we want to make sure you save the date for. So hang on one second. Here we go. So first is this week also, we have our Family House Fun event on Thursday. Now, if you haven't attended a Family House Fun event, they're very cool. Most of the time, it is people who are pretty exclusively volunteering at the family house whenever we have those volunteer opportunities open. But we did open up these events to all ambassadors, all volunteers. I think we opened it up in August. We started these in June, and we said, hey, let's invite anybody who wants to come because it's a great way to learn more about the family house. You get to meet some of the staff at the family house and some of the dedicated volunteers who help us make sure the family house is running the way it should. And it's also a lot of fun. This week we're doing bingo. So if you would like to join us, there's information there. You can contact Amelia to register. We will include this information in the follow-up email, but you can also reach out to me directly if you want to come. We want to make sure you save the date for the next region-wide ambassador meeting. That's on April 8th at 6 p.m. And it'll be just in time to kick off our all of our Dash from Home stuff. So we'll have more information, updates about some specific things that Kelly was talking about. It'll be a great way to get more information and details about how you can continue to be involved all throughout the month of April. One of those Dash special events is going to be the Dash Trivia Night. It's on Tuesday, April 13th. They're pinning down the time, but as soon as we have that, you will get information about that, both in the weekly email, it'll be on the website, so you'll have that. In addition to this Dash Trivia Night, they're doing a couple of other events. We're doing a 6ABC live Facebook event, and that I believe is going to be on Blue and Green Day. They're pinning down the time on that, so that's April 16th. And then they're also going to have a final kind of celebration at the end of all of the Dash festivities. So keep an eye out for that. I believe it's on April 18th, and they're pinning down the time for that too. If I've misspoken about any of the dates, that's all on me, but we'll make sure to get all of the correct information to you as soon as we have it. So finally, watch your email for details on your Gift of Life swag bag. So we're very excited to give you just a variety of different things that you can use to promote National Donate Life Month and Gift of Life donor program. Some of these things you may already have, but hey, it can never hurt to have a few extra. You can always give them to your friends and family so they can share the word and the images on their own social media. So in this form, we're going to have a checklist where you can check off the items that you would like to receive. So if you think, oh, I do not need another Gift of Life tote in my life, you don't have to get another tote. We're going to have a place where you can check off what size shirt you would like to receive, if you would like to receive a yard sign, bracelets, a couple of other things. So keep an eye out for that email. We'll be sending that to you by the end of this week, and you'll get all of that before April hits. And then finally, shout out for Ashley behind the scenes. She's done such a great job making sure that people are in and out from the waiting room as necessary, keeping an eye on the chat and helping anybody with any tech issues that come up. And it's also kind of a final farewell since her last week is with us next week. So we just want to give you a special little shout out here, Ashley.
Thank you.
All right, as always, thank you so much for your support and for coming here to be with us. We are so excited that you've taken the time out of your day to spend it with us and to learn more about our shared mission and how you can help support everything for National Donate Life Month and everything that Gift of Life and Family House has going on.